Hi everyone! Thank you so much for tuning to my channel. I am Valery Molone. I'm a life coach and motivational speaker. So this channel is designed for you guys to ask me questions and I give you guys an answer. Thank you so much for a lot of support from all over my social media. You guys are being great, fantastic, and you guys sent some very interesting questions. So as you guys know, I cannot answer all the questions in one time, otherwise this video would be like 3 hours video, but I take the most asked question and I answer it. Today's question comes in from a LinkedIn, and one of the lovely follower asked me, what is stopping us from being successful? And I kind of generalize that question because a lot of people ask me about how to grow their business, how to get more leads, how to get more followers on social media, how to grow their business. So I try to put them all together and give you guys 3 tips that keep us from becoming successful. Number one biggest thing that keeping us from being successful, that's just not a tip yet, but I'm just telling you guys from my own experience, is yourself. You are the one that keeping yourself from successful. So first of all, don't think anything about yourself. Don't think that you're not capable or you're not good enough or you're not capable enough or you're not qualified enough. So that's something that you have to say to yourself when you start a project, when you start a new business, when you start a school, when you start a relationship, whatever that is you're starting, you have to keep that in mind. We just think of ourselves so bad before we start something. We question ourselves, what if, and that what if brings you down. And that what if keeps you from your success in any aspect of your life, not just business. Because think about it. Life is not just about working. Life is about everything else. Your family, your friends, your vacation, your home, your pet, everything. So we have to be able to take care of everything, all aspects of our life, not just a business. But I'm going to give you 3 tips on this one. What keeping you from becoming successful in your life, whichever area that you're working. And this is from my own experience that I went through a lot in my life. It took me 30 years to learn all of this. And this is raw learning. This is not something that I read on a blog or Google it or anything like that. I lived all my life through change, through going ups and downs like a roller coaster, and young and stupid and didn't know what to do and made a lot of mistakes. And I went from job to job, and then I became a business owner because I opened my own business. So I know from all aspects what it is to be successful at career-wise and as well as personal. But today we're going to talk about the career, how you can be successful in your career and what's keeping you from not being successful. So the number one thing that you have to keep in mind that keeping you from not being successful in your business is social media. And I know we all, today's society, everything is on social media. And if you can watch my videos, in every video I mention this. And every video, they probably hate me. But my business is online. I do everything online. I don't have a storefront or I don't have a company at going to the office or anything like that. Everything is online. And I can imagine, we have to go check our email. We have to make sure everything is done. But the problem is this. When we go on the social media, when we go on our computer to do a project, to do work actually for your company, we get distracted by social media. Because when you're on a computer, you get all these notifications from a Facebook, from Twitter, from Instagram, on the phone and everything, and we get distracted. What happens is that when we see something that is cute, like if you see a puppy picture or if you see a cute baby or if you see some celebrity news or something, as a human, we react to it. We take time and we read it, we like it, and you'll be amazed how much time you are wasting on social media. Now, I did some research and a study shows that 62% of marketers that does digital marketing spend at least 6 hours a week on social media, not doing their work. They're just on the social media, cruising around and looking at the stuff. That's 6 hours. That's a lot of time. That's like a full-time job. And 17% of other people that are not working on a computer, they're working in a retail or they're working on the other places, restaurants or something like that. They spend at least about 20 hours a week on a social media. Like, has nothing to do with their work. That's a lot of hours that we spend on social media, which is going to give us nothing. So if you're in the process of opening a business, if you do have a business, existing business, or if you wanted to succeed in your business, I highly recommend you to take some time and put it aside. When you sit and you say to yourself that this is what I need to work on, ignore all the social media around you and get that thing done, whatever that is. Get it done. Once you get it done, then you can go back and check your social media, because and like I said, in today's society, we're almost addicted to it. We have to kind of go look at it. We have to kind of check out, see who's like our picture, how many like we got and stuff like that. That's a whole nother video that I'm going to make. But that's one thing that keep you from success, because if you calculate the numbers, if you put the weeks and the month and the year, how much time you're wasting on other people's news, on other people's junk, versus your own business, versus your own work, versus your own project, whatever that is. Whether you're in college, in school, whatever it is, you're wasting a lot of time. So just make sure that when you have a project, remind yourself that I'm putting all the social media away. And it's a big help. Trust me, I tried it because my business is online. I do this all the time. When I'm working, I ignore everybody and everything on social media till I get my work done. Once it's done, then I'll go back to social media. Number 2, biggest problem people have that they're not succeeding in their life, in every aspect of their life, including business, is blaming other people for their mistake. That's the most common thing people do. As a human being, that's what we do. Now, are we bad people? Are we bad people doing that, blaming other people? No, it's a human nature. Why? Because nobody likes to be a failure. Nobody likes to be a failure. Nobody likes to sit and say, I didn't really do a good of a job. Like I should have pushed myself, or I should have spent more time, or I should have done it differently. So what we do is automatically we blame other people. We blame the weather. We blame the family. We blame the friend. We blame the economy. We blame everything around us to make excuse, not to just realize and say, listen, I tried, didn't work. It's okay. I'll try again. I'll try again. I do more research. I go find out what's going on out there to get it. Just to let you know, my answers are very simple and logical. The reason for that is because we're not as stupid. Nobody's stupid. Everybody knows everything in today's society, especially with the computer, especially with all this stuff going around. You can just finger away from knowing almost everything. And the reason we do that is not because we're stupid. It's because we take simple things for granted. Like literally simple things that you know and you just don't do it. But if you apply that knowing and say, you know what, I know, let me apply it. We do not apply. And I am a big notorious person for that, because I think I'm too smart. So sometimes I skip through things, like if I have to read a step-by-step project, I'm like, that I know. And then at the end of the project, I fail and I'm like, oh, what happened? Well, you should have read it from, even if you know, just remind yourself again and just do it. Yeah, it's very important to do that. It's a simple thing, but you have to say to yourself, even I know, I'm going to apply it. I'm going to listen to somebody else. I'm going to say to myself that if I made a mistake, if I didn't do it right, it's okay. But don't blame other people. And it's so easy to blame because you don't want to feel like a failure. Just because you failed doesn't make you a failure. And that's one thing you have to remember. Life is about trying new stuff. Life is about pushing yourself to the max. Life is to listen to other people's opinion. Not necessarily take it, but listen to it. If it's beneficial for you, take it. If it's not, just don't worry about it. And a lot of us do that. So whatever project you're starting, if you have a business and if your business is not doing well, try to sit back and say to yourself, what did I doing wrong? What do I need to improve on? What do I have to do? Instead of blaming other people, instead of blaming your worker, instead of blaming your boss, instead of blaming other people, your customer, you just have to think about it. You just have to think about it and say, what else I can do? What can I try? What have I tried that it did not work? And you'll be amazed how much solution you can come up with on your own. And it makes you feel so much better. And you're not hurting people around you, especially your family and your friend. Tip number 3. My favorite one, and I did this a lot in my life, all my life, and I still sometimes do, but I have to correct myself, procrastination. We procrastinate everything. And one of the biggest things people do is exercise. Exercise is the one thing that people procrastinate all the time. See, remember what I told you? Things that we know? We know exercise is good for us. We know that. Everybody knows that. You don't even have to search it, you know that. Why we don't do it? Why we have so many people overweight in America? Why we have so many kids that have obesity? We don't do it because we don't apply it. It's not that you don't know, it's just you don't apply it. You procrastinate. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And next thing you know, 4 months later, you gain like so many pounds and you're like, what happened? Or I'm gonna stop eating junk food. Okay, I'll do it today, but I will stop tomorrow. Or I have to drink 8 glasses of water. Nah, not today, tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. And that applies to every area of your life. From your health, to your relationship, to your kids, and to your career. So try to get used to reminding yourself. Write it on a calendar. And like I said again, if you guys watching my video, if you know me, I'm big on a calendar. I don't put anything on a calendar if I cannot do it. Because I learned that in a hard way. I used to put all these stuff, write it down, because it's easy. It's like write it down everywhere. Oh, I'm going to do this today, this today. And at the end of the day, I didn't do like maybe 1 or 2. And the 10th thing was there and I didn't do. And it made me feel so bad about myself. I'm like, what the hell just happened here? And I stopped that. So I learned, I trained myself, listen, put something that you know for sure that you can do today. And if you have to avoid other 10 things, get one thing done. And then you feel confident, you feel accomplished. And slowly, slowly, you'll become your habit. Slowly, it become your ritual. And you'll do that, and you're not going to feel frustrated because you're running around and not doing anything. Procrastination is the #1 failure in life. And we all have it. And all you have to do is just adjust your mind a little bit. It's going to take a little while, but adjust your mind. Your body is designed that when you think about something, your adrenaline goes up, and at that moment, you have to react. And if you don't react, you're never going to do. So if you feel like you're working out, whether it's like middle of the night that you have to stand up and do jumping jack or some push-up or something, just do it. Don't say tomorrow, because tomorrow your mind's going to say, okay, he's not going to do it today. She's not going to do it today. I'll wait for tomorrow. And you're never going to get it done. The same thing with the kids, the same thing with anything in your life. So procrastination is the one that keeps us from being successful. And these are the things that I tried in my life. Like I said, 30 years, I've done every of this. And it's just not going to work. You have to train yourself to do a couple of things. Don't get too involved in social media too much if it's not good for you. If it's not beneficial for you, just do your work first and then go to social media. Don't blame people for your mistake. When you make a mistake, sit back and say to yourself, I'm going to try a new approach. I'm going to try something different. And then don't procrastinate it. And if you keep procrastinating to lose weight, to make your relationship better, to make more money, to get a new job, to whatever the case may be, try to do a little bit of time every single day toward that. And that'll make you feel much, much, much better. So I hope these answers help you guys. And if you wanted to read more about this, visit my website, subscribe, and you get a weekly news. And I have some good information for you guys. So till next week, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next week.